Baldur's Gate 3 made me dump my fiancé. I haven't fully admitted it to myself until now out of, for lack of a better word, cringe, but Baldur's Gate 3 was the silent killer of my 3.5-year relationship. In a good way. It wasn't my style at first, but I pushed through the foreign gameplay mechanics until I learned to love it. About 2 months in, I was totally invested into this marvelous fantasy world and its shockingly in-depth character. I wasn't aware of the extent in which you could flesh out your relationships with your companions, so I had no intentions of romancing anyone, until Gale showed me how to channel the weave. As this strange wizard womanizer and I journeyed through Faerun together, I found myself developing a genuine intimacy and attachment to him. These feelings caught me off guard and had me questioning my own sanity. But every time I looked out of the game and checked back into reality, my actual relationship had me questioning my sanity even more. I was already aware of the abusive relationship I was in, but I had spent the past year growing complacent with the physical violence, degrading, and manipulation because it was all I knew, and frankly, I didn't have the energy to try to leave again. Each time I mustered the courage to stand up for myself, the night would end with my things scattered and broken around the house and bruises on my skin the next morning. After work, all I could think about was escaping into the warm embrace of my fictional companion and living viciously through my tab. Dare I say, I felt loved by someone after feeling nothing but numb for so long. Now, allow me to add that I understand the line between fantasy and reality, but it felt real enough to give me the intimacy and connection missing from my life. Real enough to make me realize that I do deserve someone who looks at me with nothing but love and compassion. Real enough to show me that I'm worthy of someone who is gentle and kind. 6 weeks ago, something inside me said enough, and I left and haven't looked back. Since then, I started the new Dirge playthrough romancing Astarion, and the similarities between my old relationship and his with Cazador have shaken me to my core. I've never resonated with someone so deeply in nearly every way. It's been pure cathartic release. I just want to say how much I appreciate Neil Newbon's voice acting and his genuine care for Astarion's character. I read that apparently his own personal experience went into the delivery and emotional impact of his lines. It played a huge role in the enlightening of my trauma after ending things with my abusive partner, and for that, I'm grateful.